Okay, we're back. We got the camera hardwired in, so we should be able to finish this. Got the top one out. This one is always much more difficult. This has got a lot more scale and oxidation. Very rarely one has to heat these, because as I said, we can't soak it. We can't soak it in descaler, we'll lose that line. We can't use a Bracey blaster. Okay, I basically want to make sure that I just on it really good, I'm nice and braced, and apply a constant, firm pressure. Okay. Now we soak this. I could soak it, but that's not going to change anything at all. Let's. I really don't want to put penetrating oil on it, because then you have the danger of being able to taste it.
It's stinky.
It's stinky. Okay, let's get a different tool. Okay, I've got a tubing. This is 17 millimeter, by the way. Okay, so I'm going to take this. This might or might not be easier to hold in place. Okay. I tighten it up. 17 millimeter. It's like the ketchup bottle. I probably broke it free before when I about exploded.
Yes.
Either that or the wrench is just slipping and I'm feeling cocky. It's moving. Just as I said, under control. Don't do anything hasty. Get a nice set. Okay. This is your pin lube, right? The NSS stuff,
yes.
Flavorless.
Yes.
I'm going to have to do something here, because this is... Okay, I got this sanitary lubricant on it, so I put that in the thread. Now, I tighten it back the other way to attempt to get that lube worked into the thread. Back and forth. It's getting better, believe me. You know, by the sound of my voice, you wouldn't believe it. Okay, that's helping. And this is the easy part. Getting the glass out is the bad part when they're this stuck. And now that yeah, it's going. I return to my old familiar wrench now. Okay. Wow, that is nice that came off.
Is there still water in it?
I don't know what the thing is. Okay, now both those are loose. Grasp it with your fingers and try to turn it. Break it free from those seals. Okay. That's where you're going to be. That's where you're going to be. Okay. Propane.
Drastic measures.
Well, it's not so drastic, because what has happened is that those seals are just like little rocks. And we're going to try to soften them up a little bit. And there's a lot of metal there, so it takes quite a bit of heat to get in there and break that glass. Or each one of these, see, there's a little solder there.
This is a propane torch you're using?
Just a little propane torch, yeah. And we just heat those things up, because they're just rock hard and they're stuck to the glass. But you see, it's not really even that.
It just kind of warms them.
No, it just kind of warms them up. And I mean, I might have to do more as time goes by. Ow!
It's raining again.
It hasn't rained here for so long. Of course, you know, we are on the East Coast.
It never rains in August.
It's almost September.
It is almost September, you're right.
Okay, let's see if that's enough to break those free. There, it's moving. That's something. Okay. Now, it's going around and around, but we have to take it that way. Push, there it came, whatever that is. Well, I bet that's some, well, at least it's warm. It's been in there for a while. Okay, that one's, a lot of times you go to all of this trouble and then the thing is cracked at the bottom or something like that, and I gotta get the cloth. All right. We want to move it. Usually you're moving it upward, which I think I'll do because I'm more familiar with that. Twist and up, twist and up, twist and up. Oh, it's got a little chip, but it's not broken. Twist and push up, twist and push up. You just keep doing that. You can put...
Almost like unscrewing it out of the...
Yes, you just keep on twisting and keep on pushing up. And you don't torque it back and forth because then you'll break it. And all of all this work that you've done, all this sweating and worrying will be for nothing if you break it. You might as well have just broken it from the get-go. You're not going to be careful. It just goes straight up, straight through that seal. What's left of it? You just keep going. You can put lubricant on it if you want to. Personal lube works well. You can spit on it if you... Alright, that's going to have to do something because I've reached this dirty part.
Would you like some personal lubricant?
Yeah, I'll get it. Excuse me. So, we'll just put some water soluble. Alright. And then we have to work it down in there just like we did the nut. And you don't want to get it on your hands or then you're... Oh, I don't want to say.
Then you'll have troubles.
Then you'll have troubles. Okay. Up and out. Dirty, grody,
but intact.
Intact. Okay. Citric acid for these things. Right behind you, excuse me, Bart. Okay. That was arduous. Alright, now, these two things to take out. Oh, that's my little Twizzler. Where's my good one? Alright. Baked seals. Oh man. What did I do with my skill knife? Skill knife. Once again, if you can get a chunk out of it, you're ahead of the game. Oh, man. Okay, back to the propane. I generally, I don't like to burn these out. Because there's, as I said, you see that dot? That's manufacturing, that's solder. And you really don't want to get the solder, you don't want to get it so hot that you're going to melt that solder, because this is very hard to put it back in. Okay, that's going to help. And that's going to just come out in pieces at this point, see that? You know, this turns out to be a very good machine to be doing this demonstration on because it has so many classic problems. Okay, there's that seal. We might as well just say, okay, we're going to have to do the same thing up there, so let's just do it straight out. Doesn't hurt anything, as I said. Another seal up there.
That smells terrible.
Yeah. Oh, that's just as crumbly. Most of the time you don't have to do this. At some point they changed to silicone in this position, away from the rubber, and the silicone actually doesn't get hardened like this. It'll leak. Silicone is, as much as anything, what was wrong with the silicone is that people over tighten them. People over tighten them, it slices the material. So, you see, this lasts a good long time.
Do you suppose these are the original seals?
Oh yeah, I have no doubt they're the original seals. Okay. Okay, now, that's done. Last thing to do, we throw this in a 5-gallon bucket of water. We let it sit overnight. As you see, I've been handling it. It's fairly stable. I would have liked to have been very sanitary with it, not touched it at all, removed the sight glass just so, taken it off of the frame, and been able to not do a lot of handling of this thing. Personally, had it been flaky, had it been coming off in patches, showing any fibrous or blow away, I would have soaked it in the water with the sight glass installed, plain water, and removed the asbestos, and then did what I did with the sight glass. Because as you've seen, I have had to manhandle it quite a bit to get that sight glass out. But since it is fairly well intact, a little hollow, there's a void back in here. I don't feel that I've been too much compromised by handling it at this point. But anyway, take a 5-gallon bucket of water, plain water, fill it up, throw it in. Tomorrow we'll take the asbestos off, and we'll clean up all of the parts and begin putting this back together. I think this has been 5 or 6 videos. It's kind of been exciting. I've been thinking about doing this for quite a while because I think this kind of thing might be helpful to people to see just what it is that you're getting into. There's a solution for all of these problems. Every one of these machines can be fixed. We'll be back, and we're not going to leave this machine hanging because it's going to be a beauty when it's done. Thank you.